There is research that's shown if you can engage the parent in the child's learning, then that's going to have a long-term impact, because more parent engagement means that then actually there's a lot more passion in the child to learn. So if you can actually also reduce barriers, we all find that reducing barriers means that if we've got a system that's easy to use and friendly, then we will go back to that.
You can help reinforce learning with voice-first technology quite easily. You can also help provide information in a way which means you can remove distractions and allow people to actually get on with what they want to concentrate on.
So we think that systems like Amazon Alexa are really going to change the way that parents consume information. And our phase one of this project for My School Portal is always about actually supporting the parents first, because then we think if you can support the parents to get the right information, then they're going to support their students, which is also then going to have better communication with teachers.
We make it easier for staff to communicate with parents, and in turn for parents to communicate with their children, and just to reduce that barrier and help remove potential stress there by having all the information available quickly, easily.
If by adopting this voice strategy, we can get parents to quickly and easily ask questions about, do I have any messages today? Do I need to book this school trip? What that will do is actually reduce some of that two-way conversation in email and save the teacher time and allow those teachers to focus on teaching the students. And also for a teacher, you say, how would it help the staff? Could you imagine a staff member going to their lesson and they quickly, because you can get Alexa on your phone, and saying to Alexa, is there anything I need to know for my next lesson? And then it says, yes, Sarah Brown and John Smith are actually not in school today because they're sick. And by the way, there's a fire bell practice at 11 o'clock. Well, that helps them better prepare for their lesson. A lot of people still like to read a hardback, but a lot of us listen to audiobooks. So if we can actually tap into that trend as well and say, right, well, we can give you a quick audio rundown of what's happened and how that child's progress is within their learning, I think that could be good. And then at least using the voice triggers, we can actually start to ask it questions and dig deeper into the data.
With something like Alexa, I don't see any reason why you can't have pre-recorded lessons, for example, but ones which can prompt and adapt based on what the student replies. So you can help reinforce learning and make sure that things are actually going in. You could even alert the teacher who's meant to be in charge of the lesson that, oh no, there's students, they're all struggling with this area, and then you could easily start a call and just help explain it in other ways and help people through it. It's very easy to find out how much everything I'm doing is being used, because there's very detailed analytics within Alexa, within CloudWatch, and across AWS entirely. I've got so many metrics and so many tools to be able to actually analyze those metrics and figure out, is what I'm doing being used, and could it be being used better?
We really encourage our schools to survey parents, and that drives a lot of our development, Rachel. We try to listen as much as possible, and then sort of bring that in and filter down to what we believe we should develop. Communication is so important. So if we can reduce those barriers to communication, then that's going to make this skill really sticky.
When this all happened, we saw our traffic spike massively increase as suddenly everyone had to switch to online learning. We're talking sort of 10, 20 times expected traffic.
It's about confidence. It's about confidence going shopping, confidence going back to school, but also confidence of using an application. And if an application fails, then you immediately lose a lot of confidence of the user. And that's what it's been able to give us. AWS has given us that robust platform, which actually helps parent and staff confidence. So we've received a lot of positive feedback saying, thanks for not letting us down. We see it playing a big difference, mentoring. We know that the young are going to, or school leavers are going to be massively affected by the pandemic. And there's a huge concern about what all these kids that are leaving school are going to do. So I think there are opportunities to use the technology. We don't probably quite know yet how we're going to use it because of this sort of starting on this voice strategy journey, but there will be opportunities there.
The features in My School Portal, which do support former students, they can help reach out and help provide guidance, support, and help make sure that as they move on in life, they're looked after, and it will reflect better on the schools if their students go on and do well.